Hey there, this is Heimdall's Watch, brought to you by Isolated City Gaming. This episode is brought to you by the $6.30 we found stuck between the couch cushions. Now, on with the show.
Is this why it's showing up louder than normal?
Now it's not working at all.
Because you're screaming.
Wait, really?
No, it's fine.
I will end you.
Cousin sucks.
Yeah, I'm literally about to throw you into a volcano.
Oh. Well, actually, to be fair, we're about to do that ourselves.
Nightmare can end.
We don't need to.
We can throw ourselves in a volcano.
Okay. Okay, so, in this series finale of Heimdall's Watch, you guys...
And finish.
The thrilling conclusion.
Yeah. So last session you guys decided to
Camp.
try and make your way into the underworld of this region and this pantheon
Yeah.
in a way to get to the underworld and prison systems of another plane.
You say that like it's a bad idea.
Via volcano.
When you say it like that, it sounds really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But when you say we flew into a volcano, it makes perfect sense.
Why are you saying it like that? You have to say it with, like, the Leland enthusiasm is the thing.
Okay, so
It's gonna be great.
quickly, just give me the Leland elevator pitch for this idea.
Well, we gotta get to the Spire, which is like, you know, on another plane in like the afterlife. We have absolutely no way of knowing how to get there, but we do know how to get into Tartarus. It's it turns out through this volcano. So we just need to go through this volcano somehow to get into Tartarus, and then we're like in the other afterlife plane, which has got to be where the Spire is, right? That's how. I'm pretty sure that's how this shit works. I'm pretty sure that's what it said in the book.
It makes sense.
Yeah, at the very least, it's going to be easier to get to the Spire from Tartarus because, I mean, like, we're in the afterlife. And
I mean, it sounds like it's really tall, so if you just look up once you're in Tartarus, you'll probably see it.
We can ask somebody there. We can ask directions. There's like people there might know. Like I'm hearing about this Charon, the ferryman guy. He seems like he'll be helpful. Maybe
if he's a ferryman, he should know his way around.
Yeah, maybe he can just.
He's used to dealing with tourists.
Maybe we could like plop him a couple of extra coins, and he could just take us right to the Spire. Look, that's not.
It might even be on the way. Who knows?
It might be easy. It might only cost us 1 coin to get to the Spire.
Hey, look, it could be like a Uber pool thing. Like, you all get in there together, and it's cheaper for all of you.
Everyone's wanting to go there.
Or alternatively, we can push him into the River Styx and steal his boat.
Maybe
we ask first.
So Leland's suggestion is, and this is going to be like a real world corollary to it, is like, you want to basically break into and rob a Wells Fargo bank. But we're in Australia, so we know where there's another bank, so we'll go in there to rob a Wells Fargo. So that's the theory we're going for here. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not robbing anything. Unless we need the boat.
We're not robbing anything yet.
That's just borrowing.
Because that would be premeditation.
Look, I mean, I feel like your metaphor robs this situation of its innate magic that I feel is like sort of what I'm banking on more than anything else.
I mean, you've sold this plan to me. I am all on board.
I mean, you say, oh, go to a Wells Fargo by like going into a bank here. Although in that scenario that you're proposing, we can't travel through ley lines between banks. Whereas we can travel between ley lines, so I feel like we have something going on. I feel like, look, it's like jazz. It's about the dumb shit we don't do.
And there is not much dumb shit that you don't do.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
So, you decided to make your way towards the currently erupting volcano to the south of where you're at. That is spewing forth ash and lava and fire elementals and souls.
We sure did. That's definitely a thing we did.
Yep, you fought 3 of said fire elementals, and one of you nearly died.
Yeah, but, you know, that happens all the time.
Got real close to dying.
But I yelled at him and he got better.
Yeah.
We've clarified I'm immortal. Let's just keep going.
It's a good point.
Continue.
you somehow managed to survive said fight.
Because, immortality. Continue.
Yep.
We covered this.
Made it to the rim of the caldera of...
Sorry, it was getting warm in here.
Oh, fair enough.
Turned off the heater.
So
Yeah.
take off all your clothes.
made it to the...
Kinda,
Oh, Jesus Christ. You made it to the rim of the caldera and made camp for enough time to rest up, and within the magical creation of a tiny hut by Poppet.
Magical
That tiny.
rest.
Nice.
Yes. I'm a wizard.
You're not.
My hut, my rules.
Well, do I need to take my shoes off before I get into your tiny
For
hut?
Poppet, it's just it's Poppet's regular size hut.
Yeah.
Okay. For a halfling, a tiny hut is actually a magnificent mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if I'm casting the tiny hut, so it's tiny to me, what's it like for these guys?
So the other two are looking like Alice in one layer, where she's got her feet and head hanging out the sides of a house.
Excellent.
It's turned to a rat, I guess, in sleep for 8 hours.
Find a nice
it's
little
roomy.
corner.
And yeah, you guys basically get lulled into a state of rest
I say false sense of security. Roll for initiative.
to just the low rumblings of what is pretty continuous.
I feel at this point it's more a
Rumbling
roll
and-
for a deck save to see if you fall.
I actually have a little app on my phone to help me sleep that makes the sound of an erupting volcano. It's very soothing.
Yeah, I
Just
to
like a
switch
nice
between-
low
I like to switch between
rumble.
the sounds of raining, ocean sounds, and lava. Yeah.
Yeah, lava. Yeah.
See, I've naturally got that thing going. That's why I sleep so well, just with the noises my own body makes while I sleep, and that sounds like the fucking apocalypse.
You are
To
your
the point-
own white noise machine.
Having shared a room with you
You're
once,
white and you're
Ryan,
noisy.
your sleeping abilities are quite impressive. Like literally
It's
watching
true.
you just drop your tablet, the tablet is falling towards you, and before the tablet hits you, you are snoring. I'll always remember the look that me and James had. It's like that race to like who can sleep first to beat the snoring. The look we gave each other was like, "Fuck, man, we
Oh,
lost this
shit.
game hard."
We lost real bad.
Oh, fuck.
It has been decided that Ryan needs to go see a doctor to sort this shit out because it's real bad. Okay, so that little side bar done. You guys awake. It is, at this point, later afternoon, because this is just during the day you guys have basically settled down. What's your plan?
Into the volcano we go.
Hold on.
Right, so I don't think we've really thought this through that well. Like we've gotten here.
Yes.
That's been impressive.
We're at the volcano. We're basically in the volcano. What next?
I think that silence says it all.
I mean, I have to come up with all the ideas. Why
Yeah.
can't one of you guys cover this one?
Can I look for a doorway or a gate?
Well, I don't think you really had an idea. More of an impulse to go towards, like a moth, like go towards the light. And we did
Danger.
that.
Yeah.
Danger.
If you look down, there's a tunnel. There's a light at the end. Are we meant to just go into it?
That's
Can we see any doors or gates or anything around where we are? Like the nice big pearly gate or anything?
or like
that'll be seen in time. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
big magical carved doors with elven runes carved into them that light up in the light of a convenient full moon that is on right now. It's a Lord
think
of,
this
it's
is
a Lord-
Moria?
It's a Lord
Do
of
we
the
see
Rings
that?
thing. Yeah, it's a Lord of the Rings thing. Is it one of them? Is it a Lord of the Rings type situation?
We are not doing a Lord of the Rings.
Melon.
I would like to look around me for potential entryways.
Roll investigation.
I will.
Investigation?
I would like to help. I would
With
like to
advantage?
assist.
I would
don't
too
think
like to
assist-
help someone find an entryway to hell in
I
this
feel like I'm not the
volcano.
person you should be assisting, but if that's what you're doing, I can.
I mean, I have a +6 in investigation, so
I have a +8. I guess I could do it, but this is really dumb, so I don't want to.
So I've done my investigation on my own, and that's a 13.
That was your advantage one?
No. I didn't know if he was really... Okay, I'll do it with advantage. It's probably still 13. No, it's 15!
Yeah!
Yeah!
That did get better.
Show us the doors.
Okay. You are scouting
Reveal your
around.
secrets.
Essentially, you've popped out of the tiny hut and sort of walking the rim
Which
of the
means it's
caldera.
gone now.
Oh, so when you leave it, it
Yep.
goes away?
Yep.
Tiny hut is gone. All three of you are...
I'm picturing, like, Leland is still, like, showering, and it disappears, and, like...
Yes, huts known for their showers.
It's a single-room hut, and Leland's in the middle, naked as the day he was born, scrubbing himself with, I don't know, with a pitcher of water just, like, pouring it over his own head.
Like, he's sitting in a tub with his legs hanging out the end. It's very...
Oh, he's, like, pouring himself with a little...
It's very comical.
Yeah.
It's very comical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Poppet, you're pacing your way around the rim of the caldera, and
Yes.
down... you're looking...
dumb.
Yes, Poppet is dumb. Yes, continue.
On your left is the slope that heads down the side of the mountain, and you can see a couple little vent points which are like spewing this dark smoke up. Every now and then, that smoke is sort of illuminated with like a hint of like greenish white light. That as it like pours out, you can see it sort of like coalesce into like the rough amalgamation of a humanoid shape. Sort of a little bit stretched and elongated.
If there's a hole
interesting.
that has ghosts coming out of it instead of lava, it means that's the way to hell, rather than
The way to lava.
the way to lava. So we should go in the ghost holes. That is
Are there
my
any
professional
other ghost
opinion.
holes?
This is a Leland suggestion, possibly
You know
possibly even a Ross suggestion of don't go in the hot place, go in the smoke
Ghost
place.
hole.
I
place.
think Leland has enough workable knowledge to reason out don't go in the hot place. he's not a geophysicist by any stretch, but don't go in the fire rock.
But you you stand on the edge of the caldera, and hold one hand over the top of the crater and one hand over the other side. You know which hand is the warmer one.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to go in this one here that's it's currently cooking my hand from 300 yards.
It's like we don't want to go in the one that's on the elf side.
Yeah.
What you do also notice, Poppet, is
It's hot.
coming from the hot side, so the elf side.
Hot side. Yep.
Every now and then you'll see similar sort of shapes erupt from within the lava. You'll see bubbles form and then pop in the surface of the actual lava pool. And so that it's actually quite
Are they also
vigorously
greenish
bubbling away.
white lights that...
Yeah, same sort of things, and then they sort of coalesce into an
So
elongated,
there's two
stretched...
ghost holes.
There is multiple ghost holes. Basically, every time a bubble plops up to the surface of that lava, a soul escapes.
So there's below the lava line, which is a new like water
Yep.
line but lava.
Yep.
There's another ghost hole through which the ghosts are escaping, which would imply to me, and stop me if this sounds insane and dumb.
Stop.
No, let him speak.
You didn't even hear it. You didn't even hear it.
Yeah, I just assumed.
There is a lot of sense coming from this man. Let him speak.
It means that lava is getting into the underworld, which seems like it would be a problem in and of itself.
Or the underworld is getting into lava.
Or we're already dead. This is our nightmarish hell we have to live through.
This is purgatory.
Goida, this has been your hell for how many years?
Oh, so long.
Well,
I
if
notice
this is
Hana's not been
purgatory-
helping out at all, but then again, it's daytime and her observational skills are not so great in the day star lights.
So
I
you
would like to point out the ghost holes outside the lava and the ghost holes inside the lava. Ghost holes.
We could check out the ghost hole that isn't lava.
Yeah.
That seems like
that actually is a good idea. Let's do the one that's not with lava.
Okay.
Okay,
So let's fly into the ghost hole. We're calling it a ghost hole.
Into
that-
or just above the ghost, next to the ghost hole?
Well, basically, it's maybe maybe 50 feet down the slope. That
So we'll
see
slide
this,
down
this,
to it.
see this vent, and like it's basically just constantly sort of billowing this really dark black smoke.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not like cook your eggs instantly hot, but it's warm. It's warm air coming out of there. That's for sure.
As hot as the caldera of the volcano?
Not that hot.
Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. That is
And then-
confirmed. One good sign.
As you're sitting there, just like assessing the temperature of it, this vent just sort of
How's
like
your elf side feel?
It's
what does your elf side feel?
hot. It is hot. It is similarly hot to the non-elf side.
Okay.
As you're sort of studying this, the smoke sort of geysers faster, and another one of those elongated souls burst out, and so it seems like the face of this thing sort of locks eyes with you briefly, Leland.
I would like to.
And I'm like, hey.
Excuse me.
Can I borrow you for a sec? Just quickly.
Do you know the way to Tartarus?
Is this the way to Tartarus? Ghost guy. I don't know. We haven't been introduced. Hi, I'm Leland Larkham. This is my friend Poppet and Hana, my associate.
It's just drifting further and further away from you, and
It's okay. We're police.
Leland, give me a perception check.
Why you do this to me, Ryan? Ooh, 20.
You feel like as it pulls further and further away, and like the arms sort of take a little bit more sort of like defined form. It almost looks like it's flipping you the bird as it floats away.
Oh, that one knows
Oh,
you.
yeah, I got one of these too, buddy. Fucking Tartarus. Thought they had manners in the afterlife, huh? I guess you were in hell. Not the good one, Dick.
You're the bad hell.
The bad hell. Do they have heaven and hell in this place? I don't...
Sure.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Roll religion. Someone, if they want to try and answer that one. And I'm going to say disadvantage because it's not your religion.
I was going to, and I just rolled a 22. So I explained the concepts of heaven and hell, the planes.
Is that with disadvantage?
Why is disadvantage?
Because this is certainly not your regional religion.
I got a 13.
So I got a natural 20 of my disadvantage, so 22 still stands.
Then now Ryan is floating away, holding two birds. Okay. Hana, you have ushered people onto their various...
I'm about to say, I know where people go when I kill them, so I explain how
yeah,
it works.
That's exactly where I'm going. You have ushered people loose of their mortal coils on several occasions, and some of them are not of the Norse lands. As one has lied, bleeding out, they were muttering about a location called Hades. And that they will be there soon to cross the River Styx. And the River Styx rings a bell because that came up in the entries about Tartarus.
So
Good.
into the ghost hole?
In the absence of any other hole to go into, yes, let's go into the ghost hole.
There was another option, but
There was the
it
lava
was
hole.
slightly. There was slightly more
It was
burning.
that was the spicy ghost hole.
So spicy, so spicy.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that a QP mayo? Woohoo!
I think we'll opt for the lemon pepper, the butter chicken of ghost holes.
This is at least the lamb korma.
Yeah. Ryan, we're four white dudes. It's the butter chicken ghost hole
Exactly. It's the spicy butter chicken.
with garlic naan.
It's not even that. This is the Japanese curry, which is actually very sweet.
Man, I want butter chicken with garlic naan now.
I know, right?
I want a chicken katsu.
I had karagi for dinner, and I am very burpy.
I go to the little...
It's just garlic and ginger just pouring out of my face.
Oh, white people.
So onwards into adventure.
Okay, looking at this vent, it's a fairly steep incline. Decline.
I mean, incline is just a decline from a different perspective.
From your current perspective, decline.
All right, fine.
It is going down. Descent. How about that? Is that better for you?
Sure. I mean, look, you don't have to be all like prescriptive about it. It could just be a way. You don't have to be all like, oh, you're looking down. I mean, you could be looking up. It's fine.
Flip the entire world upside down. You're looking up.
Well,
we haven't established whether you're a northern or southern hemisphere, so maybe you're looking up.
it's all relative, Ryan. I don't know why you have to be so like narrow-minded
I mean, the
about
toilet
this.
spins the other way.
Yeah, no one's checked which way the toilet flushes.
What way is the volcano flushing? Volcanoes flush, right?
It's mostly upwards. This is the bad sort of toilet when it's all backed up and starts flowing back over the rim.
Lamb korma.
Public toilet.
This is the Vindaloo.
Can we fly the carpet down this decline?
It is too narrow for the carpet.
Shit!
No.
Alright. Well, I guess,
Well,
Hey, Papa, go
over we
first.
go. Okay.
It is also extremely smoky, and that smoke
Yeah, do we
is
want to put up the warning wind?
highly acrid. You can smell like extreme amounts of sulfur, and like it's a real bad smoke. It stinks real bad.
Yeah.
It's burning your nostrils. It's burning the back of your throat. Like breathing is harsh, and you're
Okay.
not in the smoke. You're just
Now-
near it.
If we put up the wind, we can't talk. Should we tie ourselves together?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And I can still talk to you with my mind.
Please don't. I hate it.
And then I telepathically
Because when
say...
you do the
Let's telepathically say to Poppet, okay, I won't.
Nice, I think.
I jump into the volcano.
nope.
Nope.
I'm done.
Okay, if you're doing warning winds, I would suggest you do your entire plan now, because
This
and
is
tell me what you're doing, because
this is our
This is
plan.
the only point we
just
have to
keep
talk.
going down the
It's-
ghost hole.
We're going
of
down the
smoke.
ghost hole,
Yeah.
see where the ghosts come from.
If it seems bad, just start going up and it'll tug and the rest of us will know to start going up.
who's
That
going
makes
first?
sense, right? I'm going first.
So you're tying yourself together in a
Trevor's
sort
always
of
first.
three-person little
Yes.
sequence. So, what? Pop it first,
Yeah.
Then
second,
me, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
and bring out the rear is Leland.
Yes. Yes. I'm excited to be a part of this plan, guys. I think this is going to go great.
Tied together climbing into a volcano.
Actually, I take
What
it back.
could
I want to go
happen?
last. I just leave.
I always wondered what I could do with my Wednesday or Thursday nights again, and it turns out it's not it's reflect on dying in a volcano. It's fine. I'm sure this will be fine. Ryan wouldn't kill us. He wouldn't kill all three of us at once in a volcano.
I don't have to do anything. You guys are
We're doing
walking
pretty
fucking
well.
bravely into the beyond.
Bravely or stupidly?
It's funny how the two go hand in hand. They're very, very common bedfellows.
I don't know what your excuse. Leland is like completely insane, so that's why he's doing this. What's your reason?
My intelligence modifier is still in the negatives.
And I was just bored.
Anything to get out of the sun.
The sun hurts my eyes. The lava hurts the rest of me.
We all have our
Sun
reasons
hurts
for
my
jumping
eyes,
into
this
a
plan
volcano.
hurts
We
my
don't
brain.
need to.
Fuck it.
Okay, well,
Down we
Alright.
go.
Well,
We
Poppet-
spelunk.
I also-
I'm assuming you cast Warning Wind.
Yes, right before we go in.
Also, like, me being, like, the anchor last person in the line, I am activating my spider cloak and trying to be
Oh,
all sticky
Spider
as
cloak.
I'm
Spider
climbing
cloak.
down. If that's
Does whatever a spider
that's a
cloak
reasonable
does.
interpretation of those
Can he
things.
swing from a spider cloak?
Yeah. So, because the spider cloak can do other things as well. It means you can cast web,
I
correct?
can cast web, but it lets me walk on walls and ceilings and stuff. So I figure like a decline would be fine.
Yeah. No, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Essentially, like, the position of the ground you're standing on, its gradient doesn't matter to you.
If we find some water, I'm all set up as well, guys. Hey, how does water breathing go with lava? How does water breathing go lava?
Science.
How much water do you think is in lava?
I mean, it's
Google
not
is good because last time I assumed a thing, I was miles wrong.
That's a very interesting question, Ryan. How much water is in... Well, like, all liquids have some amount of water in it, so it's got to be, like, some percent, right? Right?
It's basically just hot water.
No. The lava itself, which is liquid, is very much above the boiling point of water, so it is not wet with liquid water. There we go.
Interesting.
I had a funny feeling that might be the situation.
So you're saying you might have to, like, hold your breath for a little bit longer with the water breathing, or...
Yeah, basically.
What do you sort of... What's the ruling on that?
It's like
I would
half
strongly
breathing.
recommend not putting your head into lava. But that's just me. I'm just a drow. What do I know? I mean, you live your best life.
How
That's
quickly
it.
do you want to get to Tartarus?
What he's saying is, if you have to, tread lava.
Okay, tread lava.
Keep your head above water.
Lava.
And maybe
Lava
maybe
in
put.
this case. Not water.
Yeah.
DM confirmed
Did
water.
I say water? Okay, I meant lava. And it's a hard one to actually like forcibly put into the sentence when you're saying sayings that actually make sense normally.
Like, technically,
yeah.
you're not swimming in lava, because swimming implies, like water.
You still have a body.
And it would just be
Yeah.
more dying, I guess, rather than swimming.
Yeah. Quick broil.
Broil, yeah.
I think is. Yeah.
Flash fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, how's this cave? How's this ghost hole we're in?
How's it look? What's happening? What's going on?
Okay, so the gradient of this is actually fairly steep. Like, Poppet, you've really got to sort of like lean back and dig your heels in as you walk
Okay.
down to stop yourself from just sliding.
Yeah. Okay.
The only thing that's
Seems fine.
really sort of holding you back from that is the fact there is basically a constant wind pressure coming from in front of you, pushing you upwards. Basically, the vent is venting, and you're going against the flow of the air.
The system works.
The wind wall, or this wind wall, is it?
Warding winds.
Yes, warding
Winds are sort of whipping around you, but of course they don't go through walls, so it's quite a maelstrom of various winds.
Yep.
But it is keeping the most of the worst of the sort of smoke and everything out of your eyes and nose and so forth. But like you still, like your eyes are watering, your nose is quite irritated, but you're able to breathe.
Which is, yeah.
But you do note that the air that you're breathing in is quite warm.
Yeah.
It's
Is
good
there
when
a
it's cold.
red glow in the distance?
Not that you can make out, but mostly
Okay.
because your warding wind only extends so far, and after that, you're looking
It's
at
smoke.
black smoke.
Yeah. I'll just try to keep an eye out for if a glow starts to come through.
Okay, roll me perception.
Oh, good.
That's where you're a
Oh,
Viking.
good. This is... Oh, that's a 23.
A glow starts
Ah.
coming.
Okay, that's a problem. That seems like a problem. Is there like an exit nearby? Does it look like we're almost there?
Yeah, it's
Can I,
back
Can
that
I
way.
see Tartarus?
What colour's the glow? What colour is it?
What color is the glow?
Well, at the moment, it's mostly sort of
Warm.
dark grey because it's just a
well,
light
that's
that is
fine.
illuminating this smoke that's ahead of you.
I'm okay with dark grey as long as it doesn't feel like literal fire on my skin. So
I was wondering if it was a lava glow or a ghost glow.
we'll find out.
Well, it is getting
We'll find out
brighter and
together.
brighter, and it's like it's approaching you faster than you're approaching it.
That sounds like a ghost glow. Let's just keep going. I'm okay with ghost glow.
But yeah, as far as you
If
go
I
for...
kill 3 people, hey, it's not the worst I've ever done.
That's factually accurate.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Canonically, you've killed more than that in one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep climbing. Keep descending.
Okay, as you ice climbers your way down this narrow corridor, that light is getting closer and closer and brighter to the point where it passes the threshold of your warding winds.
Yep.
And you can just basically see this sort of shrieking style face
Oh, cool.
moving at you.
No.
He almost hit the right notes and everything.
Good work.
But no, you see basically like essentially like Ghostface from
Yep.
Scream. That sort of shape, like
Wonderful.
face coming at you, like elongated, wide, like skeletal eye socket.
Despite the fact that we're surrounded by completely deafening wind, I try screaming out of it, "Is this Tartarus?"
And it comes flying at you and then through you.
Lovely.
Rude.
And then
How does it feel?
and then through Hana, and then through Leland, and then continues on.
Do I
And
get an attack of opportunity against the ghost?
You can try.
Did it nod its face when I asked about Tartarus? Did it?
Okay, so in order for you guys,
Yep.
you each in like with a little bit of like delay as it goes down the line, but you go through this, and I'll say it once. First thing you feel is an intense coldness,
Oh, that's nice.
which actually is quite relieving in this space. But this is to the point where like it's
Yeah.
that thing that sensation, like the chill of the grave sort of
Yeah.
sensation. This is where that concept comes from.
Note to self: opportunity for air conditioners powered by ghosts.
It's terrifyingly refreshing.
Don't you have like a soul necklace? Couldn't you let one out and just kind of cool yourself down?
I mean, that would have gone away by now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it just went past. You had your chance.
Look, you don't. Firstly, you don't know about the souls. Secondly, I'm not explaining how it works.
Yes.
And secondly, he doesn't need to tell you about his alternate power supply. And the second thing
yes.
you feel is like a sensation of relieving freedom. Like you've been
tighten my
like
grip on the wall.
and that's the follow up.
Relieving freedom. So you're saying we pissed ourselves?
Oh no, I'm at the bottom. Oh no. It's all coming down.
It all flows down. No. I'm more like you've been in some sort of like lockdown for a long period of time and then allowed to go outside. That
Like a
sort
soul
of
escaping the underworld.
like a
Kind
soul
of like a
escaping the
soul
underworld.
escaping the underworld. Ah.
And then the follow up is you get a very acute awareness of how close the walls are to you, to the point where you're all experiencing a mild to moderate level of
Claustrophobia.
claustrophobia.
Okay.
Cool.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I'm
Okay.
going. I don't know about these two.
Yep.
I'm going as far as the rope will let me.
The way
As
out
you
is through.
As you head on downwards, Leland, you sort of look over your shoulder and see sort of the last little vestige of sunlight coming in the end of the tunnel fade, and you're now in darkness. This is where your own dark vision sort of kicks in, and you can still sort of make out in grayscale, the edge of this vent wall, which for the most part has just got like striation lines all the way down where like the wind and everything is basically like whipped any like rubble and scraped it down the wall. So it's kind of like rifling, but like straight lines all the way up this vent.
Interesting.
And I don't get to use the word striation lines very often.
With the last of the...
Yeah, but I really had to force that into the conversation.
Oh, fair enough.
With the
It's
last
like,
of
how are you, Ryan? Striation lines!
It's true. It was a bit. Like, I noticed it. Like,
Everyone did. The neighbours complained.
just with the last of the natural light that disappears, I use 2 key to cast dark vision on myself because I'm the only
Yep.
one who doesn't have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep going.
Okay.
Not dead yet. Keep climbing.
Before you do,
Okay.
please give me a wisdom save.
I really don't want to.
Oh dear.
What if I don't want to?
Then do it with disadvantage?
Okay.
Do you want to do this? I have this power.
I mean, if you don't roll it, then it's a 0. That's
Lucky 13. Lucky 13. Climbing into the underworld after having a ghost pass through me. Lucky 13.
You sort of like
Obscure.
shiver down all the way down, from the base of your neck down to the base of your spine, and like as you're sort of contemplating taking those further steps into this unknown tight space,
Yes.
but manage to sort of like embolden yourself and take that next step, and
Lights
put
gone.
put the your dark vision is now sort of giving you a little bit more like comfort. You can still see that there is
Okay.
But-
Okay.
you are
Ooh.
extremely uncomfortable with this. Like it is. This
Oh,
is
I've been around Leland for how long? I'm used to that.
okay.
yeah.
Can all 3 of you please give me a perception roll?
No.
I sure can, Ryan. I'm ready for this.
Sometimes it's
perception
better
roll.
not to know. Ooh, 22.
Bam.
Also got a 22.
I got a 20, which is a good roll if it doesn't proceed to 22s.
Go Team 22.
Hey, fuck off. Hey, fuck your 22, alright? I got a 20.
Hey, wait to see, Two Eyes.
Okay. All 3 of you sort of notice that it's a lot warmer in here than you expected. Like you guys
What
are
extra detail do me and Poppy get though? Because we're all there. We're all
It's a lot warmer than we expected inside a volcano.
What's the barometer? What's the pressure?
You don't have to be a dick about it, Koida.
Wrong.
So it's a lot warmer than we expected it to be
feels
inside
like
a
I
volcano.
have
It's
feelings
like you are-
too, it's just,
you are all very heavily perspiring. Like you got the sweat pouring off your brow and like into your eyes to the point where like you're blinking that salty and like quite grimy, oily sort of sweat out of your eyes.
I actually have a
It's-
condition where I don't sweat, so I am not culpable for these crimes that I'm being accused of. No, we're not. Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Do you want to pull that thread? Because you're not sweating. You're probably going to die real soon from overheating.
Moving on. Sorry, I just look.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Humans can sweat. Can elves?
I don't think. Look, I've never seen an elf sweating. They're always very composed. I think they more glow than sweat. So
They might just have a natural dewiness.
dewiness, a dewiness.
They just get
Drows,
Well,
on the other hand, would be more mouldering.
So uncomfortable. with
soggy. Just a bit soggy.
Dank.
Soggy drow.
this. Dank drow.
Dank drow.
From the Underdank.
I don't know whether Coyd is frozen or he just doesn't want to be part of this conversation
I'm
anymore.
just concerned.
Are you ready to jump in the volcano yet? Are you ready to jump in the volcano yet?
I think
But no,
we're basically there.
Yeah, so like your vision and everything is somewhat depleted because like you're constantly having to like wipe this grimy, oily sweat out of your face because
Yep.
it's just like a build up of like soot and oily. Like this, yeah, it's
Gross.
The smoke and everything. It's just mixing with the whole bodily fluids thing. It's a real gross scene.
Cool.
Lovely.
Nice.
Lovely jubbly.
But yeah, you continue on downwards, and Poppet, you don't need to roll a perception roll for this one.
Ooh.
You start seeing like a low light glow in the distance.
What color glow?
Just like a darkish, blackish green.
Okay, that's not red, so we can keep going.
I have a question, Ryan. Sorry. How do you get a blackish glow?
Blackish green.
Okay.
Blackish green, like-
How do you get a blackish green glow? How is anything?
Ross, that's a dark green.
How is anything that can be remotely described as glowing can also be described as blackish? I'm
Vanta black.
sorry, but lines
It's
must be
Vanta
drawn. Look, it's fine. It's fine. I'll let this go. I'll let this matter rest for now. Oh. Oh, you gotta...
I see we're taking the high road with this.
Got him.
Oh.
Okay, so a low dark green. Then how's that sound?
It's great. I love it.
Better?
I'm into it. I am heading into it.
Going into the light.
Yes.
Always go
At the end of the
light.
tunnel.
Okay, so it's lighter than the rest of the surroundings. How's that?
So it's light.
It's light. It's got it. Yep. Cool.
It's fine.
Cool.
We're
Light.
good.
Yep.
So
We're all
it's like a
good.
glow.
It's like a blackish glow.
Motherfucking goddamn it! You've done this to me before as well. Pick up on little quirks of my own, of my vernacular, and just fucking annihilated me with it.
We know what you mean. We know what you mean. We can continue. We can go into
No,
the
we didn't,
light.
but we tried to get an explanation.
It's
and
not-
it just ends up in rudeness.
It's not me. It's Leland. Leland's the dick. I just channel him. I'm just a vessel, letting the Leland force
He's just
inhabit
in
me.
character.
I'm in character.
And you just keep breaking his in
So
characterisms.
if you kill the character, you'll get no more snappy retorts.
He's right, you
And
need to kill us all now.
I'll be freed of this torture.
If only there was a volcano somewhere nearby.
Yeah, we could sacrifice Leland to the volcano gods.
Just follow the blackish glow. That's how we'll find it.
Okay,
That one wasn't even
you
me.
guys basically proceed onwards, led by Poppet. That light, we'll call it, the glow or the illumination at the end of the tunnel is getting nearer
Oh, yeah.
and nearer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
really have to watch my fucking words now.
No, it's...
How can you watch your words?
And that's the end of this episode of...
Volcano erupts, you all die.
We appreciate you for doing this for us, Ryan.
Making you cry is a sign that we love you.
Poppet,
Hi.
give
Am I
me a
dead
dex
yet?
save, please.
Sorry?
Give me a dex save, please.
Dex
We said
save.
death
okay.
save. I was
So
actually
did
like,
I. I
"Whoa,
was
taking
excited."
this seriously.
I was getting serious. Yeah, I'll make death saves.
Oh, 17?
17. Okay. The wind has sort of whipped up this bits and pieces of rubble,
Yeah.
and it started like peppering it down this vent towards you guys.
Lovely.
Your warning winds have done what they need to deflect it enough to sort of not bring it straight up the middle of this vent, and they're gone bouncing off the sides.
Oh, good. Oh, phew.
Pew.
I'm helping.
Okay,
I keep
you
going.
continue. You keep on keeping on.
I will.
And you are traveling for about another sort of 4 or 5 minutes down this tunnel, and it is again like it's steep. Like every now and then you lose your footing slightly and
Slide a little bit
slide a little bit, and then
Yeah.
the rope goes taut. Hana gets sort of jerked forward slightly, and then Leland sort of braces in four points against the walls and the ceiling, and manages to sort of hold you three from tumbling down this drain pipe, essentially. After about 4 or 5 minutes, if you guys can all give me one more perception check.
Sure can.
Boy, howdy.
9.
I rolled a 20, Ryan. That takes it to a 21.
I got a 16.
It's a critical success on my perception roll. What did my elf eye see?
It's more what your elf skin
God
feels.
damn it.
Ooh, touchy.
Is
Tentacles.
you suddenly start feeling like this buildup of like grimy sweat just start to like chill. To the point where it's like you can almost feel like the sensation of like you've been in the snow, like the sensation of snow flakes hitting your skin.
I don't think we're in a volcano anymore.
That's what it feels like. It feels like intense cold against your skin now.
Feels like home.
And you can sort of, if you look down at your hands, you can almost see like little sections of your sweat are now starting to like solidify and frost up slightly.
Ooh.
And so you, Leland, noticing it first. And all jokes aside, can you please give me a death save?
Death save?
Yes, please.
No.
All of us or just Leland?
All three.
All 3.
It's a d20.
Oh, this is a D20, is it?
Yeah.
I passed.
12. Pass.
11.
Pass. You all sort of feel
Team
it.
Immortal!
Yeah. You all three continue moving on unimpeded.
Didn't die.
This makes sense for Tartarus.
Okay. This sort of illuminated space at the end of the tunnel is now sort of only yards away. You can't make out what's sort of beyond the breach, just the fact that there is illumination. Hello. But yeah, as you reach the threshold, please each give me one more death save.
Oh, goody. Roll.
12.
Is a 10 a pass?
I think it's 10
believe so.
plus.
I believe so.
Then I got a 10.
I have an 18.
So, Poppet striding through this space first feels like this sort of like cold shudder again through like every joint and down the spine as you sort of move from this steep tunnel and into just like an open space.
Yeah.
And for a moment you feel like a portion of you almost stayed behind.
Yeah.
But then sort of like one
just a bit of
portion of you sort of
resistance
lag behind, and then once you pass through, like it caught back up again, and you
Yeah.
feel whole and normal.
Yes.
Yeah. Normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Hana, again, similar experience to Poppet as you pass through, and Leland, as you do this one, you feel it more keenly than the other two. Not that you know how they experienced it, but you
I know these guys pretty
with
well.
your that you don't know exactly what they experienced. It's literally right
I can
then.
guess.
But you probably can. But just based on
Leland's
your
a very
experience
empathetic
with dealing with dealing with souls and the extraction of them from bodies and so forth, you know
This is my ballywick.
that for the briefest moment, your essence, your soul, stepped forward, and your body didn't follow.
Oof.
That is a big oof.
But then your body sort of took that stride with a slight time delay, and then caught up, and the two were one again. Like you were within you.
Almost left my human half behind.
You wish
Yeah.
you could.
Huh?
But yeah, that experience you know was your soul briefly stepping outside of the bounds of your corporeal form.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
All right, everybody, make sure you've got a secure hold on your corporeal forms. Just, yep, like that, like exactly like Poppet's
Yes.
doing right now.
Yep, just hug yourself at all times. Have you got this,
Give
is,
it a
this is where the
little
buddy,
squeeze.
this is where the buddy system comes in. You've got to hug yourself, and you've got to make sure you hug your soul within yourself, because you and your soul are buddies.
Because you're literally your only friend here.
I mean, we're
Okay.
still friends.
Now that
We're-
you're
we're-
past the
we're still
threshold,
friends.
this whole
Yeah.
vista, this whole
You
panorama
followed me into a
of
volcano.
Yeah.
You get points for that.
well,
I also saved you from like your soul leaving your body into a like.
I don't know anything about that. I just know that you followed me into a volcano.
All right. Well, okay. I mean, I
Sorry, Ryan.
thought.
well, you're not in a volcano. That is very evident because you're now looking around a vast space. There is like a thick cloud lining all the way across the skyline. But it seems like it's twilight to post-twilight sort of like darkness.
So we've come out through like this cave opening into like not the inside of a cave. We've come out into like we've traveled through. Is it similar to like when we went like through the tree and that sort of thing, where we've clearly like
Similar, yeah.
traveled planes and come out into like a space that doesn't correspond to the space we walked into? Sort of. Got it.
Exactly that sort of
Got
experience.
it. I know this. We're old hats with this. This is just planar travel. It's no big.
What
You're
a
right there.
disappointing afterlife.
Okay, so what you're looking at ahead of you is basically like a large, fairly barren, flat land that extends for as far as the eye can see. The ground seems to be made up of just like broken up, like pumice and basalt, basically like volcanic rocks. Some of it's been ground down to almost like a sand, but like a fairly coarse sand. Some of the other parts of it are still quite jagged and sharp chunks of volcanic rock. Every now and then, just a brief like fortress or buttress or something that pokes up into the under the skyline, but most of these are sort of fallen into ruin over time. It's scattered amongst the basically the landscape ahead of you are skeletal forms, basically just like laid out around this space. Some of them are still sort of like trying to crawl from basically away from where you guys are at.
I'd like
They
to
all
grab
seem to
myself
be.
to check that my skeleton's still there.
You have not fallen onto the floor in a sort of a weird blob shape, so you're relatively confident your skeleton is still within your
I
form.
mean,
Thank
I'm
you,
no
continue.
doctor, but I'm pretty sure you still got your skeleton. Hold on.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll sort of like poke you in the face.
Oh,
And his whole face just sort of like caves inwards.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Get the
But no.
snack.
No worries. It sounds like he's snacky. Okay. So yeah, you can see this this whole scene is basically it's dark ground. It's all like black and dark grey stone and sand, and just lit up every now and then by the sort of the bleached bones of skeletons that are sort of dragging their sorry forms basically away from you, and all the ones that you see moving are all moving the same direction.
Let's follow the undead corpses.
makes sense.
Would they be going?
Or the dead corpses.
Wouldn't they be leaving, or instead of arriving?
Well, I mean, it's the underworld, so the dead would be going into the underworld?
But all the ghosts are leaving. Well,
I'm the ghosts and
Look,
bodies.
wouldn't-
Let's go find a suitable manager and then ask.
wouldn't we want to go to where they're going from rather than follow where they're going to?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really know from here on in.
I'm not really following
That's-
what's going on, so it's fine.
As
What's
you're
the
sort
worst
of
that can happen if we wander the undeath plane for like
Purgatory for eternity. Yeah.
That's
while you're sort of sitting there having this discussion of like trying to work out what to do now that you're in this place where you're not entirely sure where you are,
Does a friendly
all
guide
three
come
of
up?
all three of you, like your attention is quickly grabbed by this flash of light in the distant horizon, and it's kind of like you see like fireworks, but it's not. You don't actually see the explosion. You see the glow in the skyline. It lights up the cloud cover in that area, and they stay lit for a good few seconds.
Yes.
And then it dies down, but then you see this, basically it kind of looks like, when you blow the dandelion heads?
Yeah.
Where it all sort of, but to think about you're blowing it from below upwards, you just see this like spray of like these white elements upwards towards the clouds, which then sort of fade outwards as they pass through that cloud cover.
Did it light up a spire?
Whatever
You see
sort
a spire
of
in
caused
what
that
lit up.
light is beyond the peak of the horizon.
Okay. Well, head towards the light.
Essentially,
Isn't that
we're
what you're
looking
meant
at
to
a not a flat underworld. This is not a flat under Earth situation.
Interesting.
Do we follow the skeletons or do we head towards the light? What is that the same
Funnily
direction?
enough, both are heading roughly the same direction.
Well, I mean that answers itself.
well, you can't say no at this
Well,
point.
like basically, the skeletons are crawling in towards where that flash of light was.
See, it's like my mother used to say, always follow the skeletons.
Yeah, right. Are there any like skeleton horses around here that we could just sort of?
We have a flying carpet.
Let's get on the magic carpet.
And otherwise we can try and build you a horse.
Out of human skeletons. I'm excited
Yeah.
to hear this.
Yeah, why not?
Poppet's taken this extremely dark path. It's very grim
It's
dark. If
like
you...
a jigsaw.
like a jigsaw.
Like, they make them all with the same template. You can get like different designs and mash them together and they'll be
That
the
is
same.
not true at all.
Isn't it?
What would you roll for that?
Can't you just stick them together?
You would roll grim dark.
Let's see, it's like crafting. It's like crafting skill.
Crafting.
It's like needlepoint.
It's like scrapbooking, really.
Medicine. Probably medicine. Because
A little bit decoupage.
It'd be an animal handling component.
Yeah.
There could be a little bit of that. This is fucking morbid.
A little bit of that, a little bit of an intelligence check. Yeah, this could be done. We can make this happen.
And this is how
I mean,
Poppet
they're just
multiclassed
spare
into a
parts.
third thing. He's now a necromancing wizard.
I'm finally a wizard!
Not a wizard.
If I stick
You're a
enough...
wizard in the same way
If
that
I
I'm a
stick
wizard,
enough
and that is
skeletons together, I
100%
will be.
wizard
Okay.
confirmed.
Okay.
So carpet, then. Carpet? Are we agreed on
Yes,
carpet?
carpet. We're
okay,
taking the carpet.
okay. We
Oh,
take
you
the
actually...
carpet.
You're taking the carpet? Are you sure?
I mean,
Yes.
there's... Yeah.
I will.
I'm sorry, Leland.
I will look.
We've been outvoted.
I want to make an Arcana check right now. I got an 11
Uh-huh.
to figure out if in this dark demi-plane that we have found ourselves in, if the magic carpet is a reliable form of transport. Because I'm concerned that the way Ryan said that just now, that the flying carpet might stop working.
Ross, worst
Oh,
comes to
if we're
worst,
in a
it's
weird
just
plane, would
carpet.
that... If we're in a weird plane, would that affect the bag of holding?
These are all.
I don't know.
These are all good questions. I got an 11 on my Arcana check, so
You can't think of any good reason why it shouldn't
I'm
work.
sure it'll be fine. Let's get on the
Theory, it
carpet.
should be fine. Should be fine. Let's just get up to a good
Done.
sort of cruising altitude.
Open
and-
her up. We're in a flat plane. It should be fine. See what this baby can do.
Worst-
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, we do have a get out of hell free card.
The Grit Wizard said the carpet should work. Let's try it.
What's the get out of hell free card?
Well, hopefully we don't need to use it because it's not that flash hot. But
I mean, we just die and go to our own afterlife.
It's literally it's literally a piece that he stole out of a Monopoly set and scribbled out jail and wrote hell.
I mean, technically we are going to a jail.
Let's just say
Well,
something that should have been handed over to the police for evidence a while ago wasn't.
I know exactly what he means. Let's continue.
I don't know what that'll do in hell, but let's
Only
cross
one
that
way to
bridge
find
when we
out.
eventually get to it in 50 minutes.
Okay, Poppet, you
Carpet.
open up the bag of holding, roll out the carpet, and sort of you whistle, and it sort of animates and like hovers at 1 foot off the ground.
That's what I'm talking about. See, the wizard was right.
Let's travel in style.
Okay, who's loading up first?
Me.
Then?
Me.
Okay.
Then me!
Leland, as you go to step on,
Yeah.
you feel something grab your ankle.
No! No! No!
Oh, this is why you don't make a horse out of skeletons.
What grabs my ankle, Ryan?
You look down and you see like wrapped around the sort of the upper part of your boot is a skeletal hand that is connected to the rest of a skeleton.
The
That is
hand
now
is
sort of
Skeletal hand
looking
connected to
arm
the
bone.
leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the knee bone.
to that thing.
And the bone's connected to
Hear the
horse
word
bone.
of Hades.
But you see this sort of very pitiful looking skeleton sort of like looking up to you, and even though there is no sort of musculature or anything in the eyes or anything like that to
You know it's
present,
judging you.
emotion, you know it's looking at you sort of pleadingly.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Do
you wanna be a
Are you
horse?
the kind of
friend.
skeleton that can still talk, or is there like a muscle lung situation going on?
It's just, you see it's like the jaws sort of drop open and it's just like, help me.
Okay. I reach down and pluck his skull off and put it in my bag.
Can we bring him with us?
Hey, what? Why is there an old sandwich in here?
Ooh, I was saving that for later. Do you want a bit?
Could you please put me back on my body? This is really weird.
Look, you want to come with us or not?
I sort of like put him back on his spine, but like sort of like at 45 degrees.
Do it backwards.
And it sort of does a whole like,
That's cool.
and places its skull like in the proper position back onto the top of its neck stump,
Hi, I'm Leland.
spine.
Do you?
The neck stump's connected to the...
He sort of holds a hand out. There's his bony hand. Is like, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Do you know the way to Tartarus?
Tartarus? Why would you want to go there?
I heard it was
Long
on holiday
story. Long
vacation.
story. Long story.
I mean,
You look
It's on the way.
somewhat, I don't know, misformed for a dead person.
thank you.
I'm very short.
The trick is to use a moisturizer every day when you wake up.
Are you? Wait.
No, we only died very recently.
And he sort of
we're very
he
we're
gently
very
sort of
fresh
like
corpses.
he places his hand like gently on your cheek, Leland, just like,
Aww.
Aww.
and then
Does he
holds
lean
holds
in?
you, and then
Lean
holds
in.
the other hand out, like grabs both sides of your face, and like,
Lean in.
you're alive.
Nah, man, nah, I ain't like that.
And you see for a moment, it's like a faint light start to illuminate the back of his of each of his eye sockets.
Uh-oh.
It's like,
He's been dead on the inside for
You-
years, though. It doesn't count.
Hey,
how
it's
does
time to
one
go.
of the, how does one of the living end up in here?
Poor life choices.
Just
Are you
grit,
coming or not?
grit, determination,
And you
belief in yourself.
His hands are still both sides of your face, and you can start feeling like the fingernails are starting to like pinch in like each just behind your temple on both sides, and like you can feel like he's hanging on to you quite tightly.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna just whoo.
Leland, are you coming?
Just a tick. Just look. Whew.
And then you sort of feel him release, and he's like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry."
Look, if you're gonna get handsy like that again, we're gonna have to go back to like just a Skull Leland sort of situation.
And he's just holding his hands behind it, like, sort of up and sort of behind his head is like, no. I'll be good.
Come on, let him on the carpet. You can talk on the way.
Why are you here?
Look, we're trying to look. I mean, we don't really know how to get where we're going. We're trying to find the Spire. Have you ever heard of the Spire?
His head sort of cocks slightly, the sort of the opposite angle that you put his head on before. There's a spire.
Like a tall, sort of pointy, full of the damned.
For the only place of that sort of thing, it would be Tartarus. You don't want to go there.
I mean, we do a lot of like things. We do a lot.
We've been some pretty bad places. Let's be honest.
This is probably not the worst place we've been to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well, most people only come here once.
Oh, good.
sounds.
I've been a
They
lot of
don't-
places once.
They also don't tend to leave, but that also seems to be somewhat upset at the moment.
Yeah, well, look.
And in the distance, you see another flash.
Hey, what's the deal with those
And then that
flashes?
sort of
Marcus.
Is that a
Hey,
ghost
Marcus.
hole?
Hey, Marcus. What's the deal with those flashes?
Why do you have such an interest with Tartarus?
We are
You don't want to go there.
researchers. No, that's dumb. I don't
Like
know
we've
why I
heard
lied
some
about
stuff.
that. We want to get to the Spire, and we figure like Tartarus was the way to get there. Look, this whole plan has been a bit sketchy, to be honest. So,
But it's worked.
I mean, where are you
don't
going?
know.
What's your deal?
Are you with these guys?
Which guys are you pointing at?
All the massive skeletons crawling slowly forwards.
Oh no, I don't know these people, but I imagine.
Well, do you want to
they're
come
the
with us
same.
then?
I would love that dearly.
Okay, we're going to Tartarus.
I'm gonna go over here now then, because that is the worst plan ever.
Well,
Do you know the way? Can you point
Okay,
us?
That's not true. It's the worst plan ever so
far. We haven't
We've
come
got
up with the next plan.
Plenty
yet.
of room to maneuver.
Hey, you weren't there when we slept on the edge of a volcano. Now that was a plan.
Okay, Marcus. Tartarus is a bad place to go. Where are you?
The
where
worst.
are you going?
To the underworld for my final rest. But I
why
don't
do I
have my
help him?
coins.
This is that River Styx situation with the ferryman, right? Is that?
Yes, of course.
So how are you going there if you don't have coins?
I'm walking as far as I can.
Hey, Puppet. Have you got any spare coins? You can maybe. He's probably good.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
probably
yeah,
good
yeah,
for
yeah,
it. You know,
yeah.
you could.
What do you want?
Payback of interest.
How much you want, Leland?
Just like 2 bits. Just give me 2 bits. I just want to see what happens.
What's a bit? Is a bit a copper?
Sure.
Okay, I give you 2 copper.
Hey, Marcus, what do you do with this? And I like drop him 2 coins.
I'm not gonna check.
And sort of like
because
these coins sort of rattle around in his bony hands. Is like, these are just coppers.
well, you didn't say what you needed.
No.
You just said coins.
No, I need my coins. I need the ones for my funerary rites. That's my my fare, my passage.
Well, we didn't come
But
from your funeral.
I didn't.
Okay,
get
where's
one.
your
That's
funeral?
why
We'll pop back out. We'll get the coins.
I didn't get one. That's why I have to.
I have a. Oh, interesting.
Well,
It's what?
So that's
well-
the only thing in common I have with every other one of these.
well, for our
Poor-
funerals, we
poor souls.
just burn them. Should we set you on fire?
It's a tad late now. I am already in Hades. I am just.
Maybe you can go to the sub-basement of Hades, and we can give you some coins, and then you can, like, get a quick ride
Yeah,
down there. Maybe that's a
Essen-
shortcut.
like the
essentially,
Hades of Hades.
Yeah.
The fare-paying passengers, they get quick treatment. They get across the river at earliest possibility. Those without fare have to wait.
Oh, it's like
This is just classism. I say you're revolt.
Capitalism is what's to blame. Turns out the ones with capital sort of
we had
control
a-
the whole. I get it. Let's
Now,
burn
we
it down.
We did hear an idea floated
Getting
earlier
oddly
about
political in the underworld.
about stealing and commandeering a ship. Could that be an idea, maybe?
A ship.
There's a boat.
There's only one.
Isn't there a boat?
There's only one boat in this place.
Well, yeah, that's the one you need to take.
And that's Charon's boat.
Yeah, so just take it.
But if you take that boat, then no one gets across.
Or
If you take it, you get across.
everyone gets across. What if?
You can be your own
Seize
ferryman.
the means of boating.
Yeah.
That's what Karl Marx always said.
What if we take Karen's ferry and we just let everybody across, regardless of whether
I mean,
they
look,
have
the underworld's
the
already
capital
fucked. Everyone's
to buy
flying
a place
out.
in? Look, I didn't have a hand in this before. I didn't really have any skin in the game, but now I'm
Now he's in.
I also look. You and me are brothers. I also have no skin in this game.
Hey, I see what you did
It's
there.
very clever. That's very good skeleton humor. I like it. It's you'll go far in the new revolution.
You should come to Tartarus with us.
Again,
seem
why
fun.
do you want to go to Tartarus? That is for the worst of the
I mean,
worst.
we
That
need-
is for-
That's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, most of them are up on the surface right now anyway, so...
I mean, you've
This
met
is
this
Tartarus
guy.
probably
He's
the
already
safest
the
place
worst
to
of the
be.
worst. You don't get much worse than Leland.
Hey.
See, turns out you died at a pretty good time, because what's going on up right there, it's not too flash hot.
It's pretty bad.
So you're gonna beat the crowds.
We're kind of in like a averting the apocalypse sort of deal right now, and like I don't know if Tartarus is quite like Tartarus is sort of adjacent to where we think God is being held. So we're trying to jailbreak God.
We're assembling a team.
you son of a bitch. I'm in.
Yes, we got Marcus.
No, that was Ryan
Oh, I want Marcus.
and Elon Tusk.
Oh.
Don't like the second level of the Rick and Morty reference.
I'm against anybody named Elon. It's a rule that has served me
reasonable.
well.
Yeah. Look,
No? Okay.
You wanna
No uprisings, no Tartarus, no... Okay, you're just
We
going
could
to
just-
go
we could
quietly
just-
into the
We can
underworld.
just kill Charon for you and steal his boat.
It's not the first time.
but you're mortals.
No, I'm immortal. Funny story.
No, I'm a drow, thank
And
you
if
very
you
much.
if you take his boat, then
Well, I mean, someone else will take
No
the boat. I
one
don't need
else
the boat. I've got
we'll
the
ever
cargo.
get across again unless you plan to take over his role.
Nah. Won't you?
I'm sure someone else will be keen.
Like, it doesn't. I've
I want to get to my eternal rest. I don't want this to be it.
So you don't want the boat. Okay.
I mean, we're trying to help.
No, I want the boat to still be operational. Oh my god.
I mean, you could just set up
Anyway.
just set up a system where, like, boats aren't that hard. I mean, You can figure it out. Like, you just leave the boat there, and like last person across sort of brings it back, and then like sort of have it on the take a penny leave a penny sort of situation with the
some sort of like social arrangements, some sort of community, like communal use of the boat.
What if you made a boat?
What am I going to make a boat out? Do you see any trees?
I see a lot of material.
Where?
All these
Stop
bones.
trying to make things out of bones, Puppet. The bones talk.
This is a second form of transportation you've suggested making out of the the poor souls within Hades.
Look, I've recently gotten into crafts and needle points and...
Do souls float? Maybe like fashion some sort of like soul balloon.
Yeah, what if you just... Look, you already died. What's the worst that could happen if you tried to swim?
You forget.
Forget what?
Everything.
I mean, you're just going to eternal rest anyway. Do you need to remember anything?
Yeah, sounds like... That's
Of course. I want to remember what my wife's face was like, so I can see her.
Ugly. Spoiler alert.
Damn, Hana!
I want to remember my ancestors. I want to know. Remember who I am.
I feel like we're going in different directions in
I'm
our
gonna
lives.
huddle up with Hana and Puppet right now, away from Marcus, and I'm like, look, guys, I hate to speak ill of the dead, but this guy's a pill, and I don't think he's gonna help us.
I know. You should have just kept his head. He's fun, but I don't think he's into Tartarus.
Look,
Okay.
Marcus, it's been a
No
blast,
one
but you don't
willingly
have
wants to go to Tartarus. Like, that's a... Okay,
We do.
Aside from you three chuckle fucks, no one willingly wants to go to Tartarus.
I'll turn to Marcus and say, look, Marcus, we appreciate it, but you clearly have no skin in this game, so we're going to go.
All the best.
As he sort of, as you know...
Which way's Tartarus?
Leland... Across the river.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh wait, could we just
Everything-
fly you over the river?
No, it doesn't... I don't know.
What's the worst that can happen?
You already died.
Your day's pretty bad. It's not going to get worse.
And look, could it get any worse than us? We just climbed down a volcano into the underworld.
And I mean, like, honestly, are you worried about, like, how long it's going to take you to get to the underworld? I mean, you're already late. Like you've died. You're the late.
I got it. I really enjoyed that one.
It's a little afterlife,
Little underworld
humor for you there, Mr. Marcus. Just play a little xylophone on his ribs there.
Oh, Leland, you killed it.
Not yet.
Every time.
Not in time. Oh.
Well, to be fair, you've literally got us to the underworld, so a swing and just a near miss.
You got to the underworld, just forgot the first stage of killing him.
Oh, well. Alright, come on. Come on, skeleton. Let's go.
It's now or never, baby.
Are you suggesting we just fly
Yeah.
over?
Yeah, that's what we just said. We literally just said that.
Come on, keep up.
Are you the reason why there's warning labels on things? You sound like you kind of are. So,
Oh!
Live a little.
Ouch! He sort of, like, cautiously sort of steps up onto this thing and is, like, looking around and, like... And this thing flies.
Usually. Most of the
it's
time.
it's a floating carpet that we just sit on.
So he's, like, basically, like, hanging onto Leland's, like, waist. Like, as some sort of, like, support.
That's sweet.
Like...
Let's go.
We go.
This has been the strangest day.
I know, right?
It's
okay,
in the top
so
10, I guess. Like,
I mean, there's no giant purple worms yet. Give it time.
Okay.
No dragons yet.
we haven't
no
set
dragons?
an entire plane on fire yet, so
No eldritch
You've been
beings.
here for like at least 10 minutes and haven't set the place on fire.
Days
Not
young,
even a
sometimes.
simple apocalypse. Let's just keep going.
We once met this gnome with a giant axe and just spun around. It was crazy.
That did happen.
I think we finally ticked over 1 day since last apocalypse. We made it.
Okay, so Poppet, you take
Hi.
what
Yes.
height are you taking this thing up to? Just like
I think just a nice gentle cruising height, just out of the reach of anything that might try and reach
Out of
up.
the
So
reach of any
like maybe
skeletons.
like 10
Yeah, a nice 10 feet, 10, 15 feet.
10, 15 feet off
Yeah.
the ground, sort of outside of swinging range, even
Yeah.
of like a halberd.
Yeah, but an okay falling range.
Okay, so like a 1d6 sort of falling range.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 if you're feeling a bit fruity.
I'm feeling fruity. I'm normally feeling
Okay.
fruity.
About 20 feet then? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
usually my constant state, actually.
Oh boy. I'm sorry.
Further
flying.
to that meme from today in the other chat, I'm feeling pretty banana crunch.
So we fly.
Okay. As you're flying along, Leland, can you throw me a perception roll?
Why you always ask me for these things?
You have the best
Because-
perception.
I don't. I have a +1,
Eh,
which gets me a 13.
Well, that's why.
You hear a voice in the opposite ear to where Marcus is. And the voice is like, "What are you doing here?
Papa?
Belong here.
Papa, can you hear me?
You belong on the surface."
You're not the boss of me.
No, I am not. But you know who is.
I mean, technically I'm sort of subordinate to Hrothgai, I guess. Like, there's like a chain of command involved in that, so that could be.
Yeah, and the highest point of that chain.
It's Odin? Do you mean Odin? Is that
Wrong chain.
wrong chain? No, it's not ringing any bells. Sorry, it's maybe you got me confused with somebody else. I have like one of those faces, ethereal voice that is whispering in my ear. Sorry, we maybe got off the wrong foot. I'm Leland, and you
Were, am, and will be. Craven.
Oh, Craven. What?
Oh, yeah, that old storyline.
What? Hey, I mean, can the other guys hear? Hey, guys, can you hear? Can you hear any of this?
What?
No, neither of you can.
Okay. I'm going to continue, or like this conversation. Has this been a telepathic conversation all this time, or have I been saying this out loud?
You tell me.
If I can have it be a telepathic conversation, so they don't think I'm crazy, then that's cool. That's cool. If it was a telepathic one in my mind, then
Let's say it was.
it's cool. I'll fill
But
you
then
guys in after.
then you did actually, then you did say, did you guys hear that where you said nothing and everything else happened within your own mind?
Interesting.
So there was silence as you guys were flying through, and then all of a sudden Leland goes, "Did you guys hear that?"
No.
Okay, never mind. Continue flying.
Okay.
Oh, are you hearing voices in your head again? This never ends well.
It's fine.
Oh, is Marcus whispering you some sweet nothings? In the back of the car.
And Marcus was like, "What are we supposed
Shut
to
up,
hear?"
Marcus.
Oh, he hears things sometimes. Don't worry about it. It's
I
fine.
telepathically say, so Craven, how you been? What's up? It's been a while.
Marcus is looking over at you and looking your direction, Leland.
What? What are you leering at me for, Marcus?
Roll insight.
Oh. This is why you don't help
I got a
me.
17.
He has a point.
You even though like they're empty eye sockets and skeletal, you can sort of see that he's not looking directly at you. He's sort of looking just past you at something. Yeah, just past you. And it's sort of like every now and then, it's sort of like every time you sort of like try and move to look around and everything, he moves a little bit to sort of try and continue looking past you.
The fuck are you looking at, skeleton?
I don't know what that is.
What is?
That, and he points with this skeletal finger, like, and points like at something just past you.
I'm gonna. Do I see anything where he's pointing? Okay.
You don't.
I'm going to activate my ghost sight.
Oh damn! I gotta look at your abilities next
Ghost.
time.
It's ghostly gaze, but it's to see through solid objects with dark vision. But like, I don't know. I'm like, it's called ghostly gaze. That's what it says on the packet. So I'm like, oh.
There is no sort of solid object around you to look through.
Okay. I mean, I was worth a shot. I was trying to yes and into the situation. Whatever.
No. This time, this is not a particularly profound use of this of a spell or ability.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything, Marcus. I think I think you got the skeleton crazies. You got the skeleton crazies, and I don't want to be infected by your skeleton crazies. So shut up.
So what is that behind you then? That seems to be talking. I can't hear anything, but I see it.
What does it look like to you?
Sort of smoke-made form.
Fucking skeletons, man. I don't even know. I don't even know. And I will do my boop telepathic back at Craven, being like, Are you like over to my side getting bleared out by a skeleton right now? Is that what's going on? Smoke made form, all that shit.
Do you not see me?
Nah, man. I'm alive. I'm actually still alive. I know, crazy, right? In this place, like,
oh, this is going to be fun.
it is, isn't it? Like, what do you mean? Why? I agree. Like, why do you think it's going to be fun that I also already know?
Oh, I'll be seeing you again.
Cool. I mean, we killed your ass pretty thoroughly last time, so like, you trying to do this whole foreboding, like, menacing presence. I mean, we killed you pretty thoroughly into the ground once, so like, I'm afraid, like,
Marcus sort of taps you on the shoulder, is like, whatever that thing was, it seems to have been gone.
Drag. I mean, this is weird, like, afterlife stuff. I don't know. You're the expert in all this. I can't really tell you what's going on.
I'm hardly an expert. I've only been here for 300 years.
Okay. I'll tap Poppet on the shoulder. Guys, I just, like, had a ghostly sort of menacing vision from Craven, sort of being all ominous and threatening about, like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and sort of, like, you know. So, I mean, like...
How does a knife...
I mean, you remember, like, the black smoke came out of it? He's probably got, like, some kind of, like, weird necromancy sort of phylactery deal going on. So, like, he might have some kind of ethereal, like, undead powers in this plane or some shit. You know, it's...
I just nod as if I understood any of that.
So, like, maybe we just be, like, on the watch for
Knives.
and smoke monsters, and just I don't know, Craven reincarnating himself into some kind of new form or some shit. Like, let's just be on the watch for it. I like. Look. I was being cool for a second there, like, you know, trying to not let on and see what information he was giving. But I'm all about disclosure nowadays, guys. No more secrets. No more secrets between us.
Okay.
Is this like a group thing we're doing, or just a you thing?
It's a me thing I'm doing. You keep all.
Absolutely. No
frankly,
secrets.
I don't want to know your secrets, Hana. The less I know about whatever shit you've got going on, the better. But I'm all
What about
about
my
openness
secrets?
nowadays.
You're already incriminated in many things. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. You got any questions? Like, I mean, I know I've been like sort of like, you know, secretive about my dark powers and stuff, but like, you know, I'm like,
Turn it over a
I'm
new
like,
leaf.
this is a new Leland. This is a new Leland who's not about lying to his friends.
Aww.
But what about us, though? Will you lie to us?
Not about lying to my friends or acquaintance.
Or
Oh, there we go.
colleagues. So what's the landscape like? We're flying through the underworld.
Okay. Below you, basically,
Yeah!
I'm on top of the world!
Yeah!
You're really not. You're in the underworld.
I'm on top of the underworld!
No, we're not. It's not that's not the mood right now. It's not the vibe.
I mean... It may be never
so-
ending.
Beneath you, you basically see like a fairly endless landscape of, you know, that sort of stone and
Skeletons.
and shards, and there is just like
Skellies.
a constant parade of skeletons, all moving, sort of not uniformly, but they're all moving in the same
Like
direction.
some kind of black parade.
From when you were a young boy.
Did you take a victory sip after that one? Did you? Like, yep.
Job
there
well
we go.
done.
Got that reference in. Would you like to join it?
What?
No.
I'm good on the flying carpet.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Staying 20 feet above the death parade.
Good for now. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, every now and then they like this, like a fortress or a castle or what looks like an old wizard's tower, or sort of jut up out. Like there's various structures around the place, but all of them have very much fallen into ruin.
I find this place oddly soothing. I feel like I could like retire out here someday and like set up in one of these castles.
Don't worry. you'll probably end up
Everyone
here one of these
retires
days.
here one day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, see, Marcus gets it. Nice.
You know how to cheer us up, Marcus.
This guy.
In my time in the mortal world, I was.
Oh, no one cares.
Jesus Christ! Will you shut up?
Read the room.
Oh,
Oh, Ryan, you gave us a punching bag. Why'd you do that?
I think you needed one.
We need to take Marcus to the end of this campaign. We're keeping that skull.
No,
No,
it's
that wasn't in
I need
character.
it. I need it for
That wasn't in character.
thinking and laughing.
What about a foot? Can we keep a foot?
No, I need that for
Give us a
kicking.
hand, Marcus.
Et tu, puppet.
So we're flying.
Yeah, so you're flying along.
Hopefully.
In the distance, you start seeing the shape of a body of water sort of snaking across the landscape. It is sort of like an inky dark river that is just basically. It's not like fast flowing or anything like that, but it is quite wide. just sort of meandering through the landscape.
Marcus, is that the right river?
That's the only river.
So it's the right one.
Well, it's not the
No,
right
that's
one.
the only river. The
Oh,
right
good.
one is actually back over there.
Oh, so we should turn around.
It's to our left.
Okay, do a left. Okay, we do a left.
He's like, what? No.
Hannah said, but Hannah said,
So your vision sort of beyond the river, kind of looks like looking through heat haze. Like everything is a little bit sort of wibbly wobbly,
yeah.
but you can sort of make out that there is more going on that side. There's more lights. There is more buildings. This just seems, but they're all sort of hidden by sort of heat haze
Ooh.
that seems to just emanate upwards from the river.
I think maybe we should be cautious flying into this haze.
And by cautious, do you mean full speed ahead and hope for the best?
The opposite of that, actually, is what I meant.
Never
Maybe-
mind the torpedo.
Damn the torpedoes!
Torpedoes!
Should we land and walk up and suss it all out?
I somehow managed to mix up never mind the bollocks and damn the torpedoes and make them into
good.
one statement, which doesn't work as
You
well
make
in
a
either
good
regard.
point. though.
Politely
Never
disregard
mind
the torpedoes.
Disregard the torpedoes. Disregard the floating explosive devices.
So now we found like 5 different ways of ridiculing Ryan making another grammatical
With it,
error.
Ryan. We're riffing here. It's all
yeah.
we're all friends.
We have a theme.
except for
of us.
me and Goida for some reason. And I'm actually a little bit upset about it.
That's why I've got you guys set on the most extreme sides of Zoom. I've always got to keep you two separated on Zoom, just so you don't start fighting between panels. I've learned. I made that mistake once. There was violence, and you're poking the wrong way.
Poking James.
I'll see you on mine if you poke
on-
the other
on-
way. You're
on my
poking Goida.
On my screen, you're poking just black space.
So like,
No, none of this
I've
makes
got
sense at
Ross
all.
and Goida at the bottom of the screen next to each other. Yeah, that's
well,
poking
now
Goida.
I'm
Yeah.
poking Ryan.
Ow.
No, you are poking me.
Oh, I've got Goida there. Huh.
Oh, look at that. We're all a little bit different
Oh, everybody's different.
in their own unique way.
It's terrible.
But no, it's horrifying. So yeah,
He takes-
you've probably got about 5 minutes of flight before you hit sort of the edge of the river.
Do you think we should approach it on
I
the
think
ground?
we should land on
Just
the river
suss it out?
edge rather
What you-
than.
What you
Yeah.
do notice as you get closer and closer, the sort of the dark and the dark blacks and the greys of the stonework is giving way to more and more bone.
Yeah.
Basically, there are
Bone.
the concentration of skeletal souls is getting thicker and thicker as you get closer to the edge of the river.
Does it
Basically,
look like
they
there's
are
an actual place to land? Or is it all just like full of the queue of the waiting dead?
roll me a perception.
I shall. 30.
Damn.
Okay,
There's a helipad just to the left.
big
That was a
H
natural
made of
20.
skeletons. Okay, so you're looking ahead, and you can see there is a ferry house.
That seems like a
Basically
good sign.
there is a short pier. There is a building on the land side of the pier, and there is a high concentration of souls, basically sort of amassing around.
All right,
this
we're gonna have to
space.
cut that queue.
I mean, do you think we get like priority treatment because we're alive?
Oh, I'm in the Qantas Club. We should be able to.
We're in a bit more of a rush. We don't have as long as everyone else does to wait.
No, we paid for our business class tickets. We deserve to skip the queue.
The worst. Just to sit closer to the front of the plane while everyone else shuffles past you, going like, "What did you win, dickhead?" For fucking
Life,
sitting,
apparently.
Sitting at,
A way
You
better,
went- you-
a way
you-
better seat that turns into a bed. Get fucked, peasants.
yeah, but what did you win by getting on the plane first and watching all the peasants shuffle past?
You get to.
No,
judge
you're right.
them, like-
Business class and first class should be last. I shouldn't have to see that rabble. I've never flown business class.
Don't let those peasant eyes watch you.
There's got the cloth over your head as you sip your Chardonnay. Anyway. Yeah, there's a high concentration of people at this at the ferry house, and you can see coming across the river there, sort of shimmering into view, is a long boat with a robed figure.
Oh, good timing.
Standing at the rear, with a long pole, just like pushing the boat along, and coming up towards that pier.
Let's just land on the pier. Let's just cut the queue. Fuck these guys. What are they going to do? They're dead. What do you think, Marcus?
We start flying.
I
towards
can't
the
argue
pier.
that logic. That is technically correct. They are dead. Let's do it.
Fuck these guys.
We fly towards the pier.
By the way, Ryan, I've actually been lying. I've actually been multi-classing as a cloak this entire time, so I get turn on dead prepared.
A death domain cleric, I'm guessing,
Yes.
or the grave domain, I think is the other one with a similar sort of vein.
There's too many,
Either way, you've got a lot of white and black makeup going on.
There's too many clerics these days. Please eliminate 3.
At random.
Oh, there they are.
Okay. As you start sort of like making your descent, Poppet, you're in charge of this vehicle. You tell me, what is your plan?
What is your plan?
Yes, I'll announce for everyone to please put your tables away, stow any luggage in the overhead compartments, tighten your seatbelts. In the event of emergency, lights will come up on the edge of the carpet. And otherwise just, like, steer down towards the pier. They told me to go to the pier. We're just going down to the pier.
Okay, just so you know, the actual
nice
pier
gentle descent.
extends past the
To the
past
foot
the
of the pier. To the shore edge of the pier.
Okay. You start descending downwards. You definitely appear to be getting the attention of a lot of the crowd
Excuse
below.
me,
You see
living coming through.
A lot of hands like pointed up at you. A lot of them sort of shaking a skeletal fist
Eat a
at you.
dick!
Hey.
When you start getting a little bit lower, a disembodied arm gets flung up at the carpet and starts trying to like grip hold of the carpet, but then loses the grip and falls back down to the ground.
I grab it.
You
Can I try and grab it?
It's more like from the underside, so unless you want to try to
Curse
do
you.
some
No, I
sort
don't
of
want
like
to try to do that. That seems really bad.
That seems dumb as hell.
You want to climb under
for the sake of
carpet.
getting someone's arm, you're like, I'm going to fly it. I'm going to grab hold of the
Well,
bottom
I
of
wanted
the
to
plane
grab it,
because
like, throw it into the crowd like randomly, so that I was just missing an arm for the rest of their undead life.
But yeah, you start to approach sort of flying over the top of the ferry house, and as you do, this whole heat haze sensation that you could see before starts to take on a more solid form, and it almost looks like the face of a very large wave, but the wave is not moving towards or away from you. It is just a wall of water
Do not fly
extending
over
upwards
the river.
and up as high as you can see.
Seems like a bad thing to fly into.
Yeah,
That's that same river that makes you lose your
you
memories.
can do that.
Marcus immediately sort of grabs you by the shoulders and is like, "No! Back!"
Yeah, we're not flying into it.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Jesus.
We're not stupid.
We just climbed
sweating.
down
Says
a
the
volcano
three mortals
into the
that
underworld.
wandered casually into the underworld of a different pantheon of
We're
gods.
not even meant to be
Hey,
here.
you don't know
It's
who
fine.
our gods are.
It's my day
I'm
off.
not even meant to be here today, says Date.
There's something there. We'll figure that one out. There's
There-
a whole Dante's
Yep.
Inferno, Dante from Cloaks. I feel like we'll get there. I feel like we'll circle around it.
We
We'll
can workshop
circle
this.
around it for a bit. Get it? Like the circles of hell. That's what I. That's the.
Yep.
We'll get.
Yep.
We'll look.
We got there. All the bits are there. Someday we'll find the joke.
It's just waiting.
Marcus will
it's
find the
waiting
joke.
For us. It's waiting for us just under the surface.
What do you do, Puppet? This is you. This is you're at the helm.
Yes. So we're going down.
Okay.
We're going down. Everyone's cool with that? Down to the screaming masses?
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool.
Just be
Where else
prepared
we
to move as quickly as possible.
These guys, like
Yeah.
Marcus, seems chill. I guess the rest of these are going to be like.
I mean, like, I guess we could just hover out of arm's reach until the boat comes into dock. Just kind of hover above them, just to try and
Let's just land. It'll be fine. Yeah.
land?
just land.
Okay. We land.
Okay. So as you approach the
Excuse
ground,
me, coming
basically
through.
the crowd surges towards the carpet.
Oh.
A lot of them try and start like grabbing the edges and try and start pulling themselves onto the carpet. Other ones are trying to sort of pull the carpet down so more people can get onto it. There is
Go.
an
This may be
urgency
where we
to-
say goodbye
urgency
to the
this.
carpet.
You see Marcus. He removes his left arm and just starts like beating the hands, the grasping hands. He's like, "Get down, you filthy rabble!" This is basically like every hand that sort of grasps at it gets shattered into its little the various the small bones of the
Take
hand.
it back. Marcus did nothing wrong.
Roll insight,
We should say.
Hannah.
Oh no.
Oh, 14.
You see the way Marcus is operating right now. He's very natural at what he is doing currently. He's very comfortable with what he is doing. It
What?
doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to be a desperate act of self-defense. This seems like something he has. I don't know, something he is comfortable with and reconciled with. Like there's no hesitation. He is just
Beating down the...
Did that used to be a mace, Marcus? A sword?
what are you on about, boy? This is just keeping the rabble downwards.
Whatever you say, Copper.
Sound like the Colonel.
What's your plan? Are you going to try and land amongst this?
No.
Seems bad. I like the idea of just hovering a bit above it. And
Oh,
waiting
so
for our
chat-
ship to come into dock.
I want to like. I'm just picturing just shooting one of the skeletons as like an example to the others.
Yeah. I was thinking of it.
Like I'll point Roderick at one of them and I'll be like, "Don't fucking test me." And if it's still like,
Roll intimidation.
that's yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, that's a thing you can do.
It's the thing you just
I
did.
got a 17.
Did it?
This one here is just sort of like hands up, like backs off a good couple of paces. Like,
And I'll sort of like array it around, sort of clearing out like a spot for us to land. Who wants some? Any of you? Any of you want to step to me?
you basically realize that at this point that Marcus basically has his back to yours and is doing very much the same. Anyone that sort of approaches too closely gets a quick whack across the face with the shoulder sort of ball. Basically, like he's using the whole upper arm bone as a cudgel, and is basically taking off the heads of anyone that comes too close.
I'm going to feel like I'm contributing by casting light on the carpet.
Okay.
So it just lights up. Because I'm contributing to this.
I cast Animal Friendship.
With the ring.
You wouldn't dare.
One single skeletal horse goes, "Ooh?"
There were horses.
No, there wasn't. No.
Not yet.
I don't want to see this monstrosity, this abomination to the world and the simple order of what you would create.
It's like a
out of
centaur.
Human.
I saw a meme going around the other day of a reverse centaur. It had like the front half of a horse and then like the shoulders down of a naked person.
I've seen a similar one. It's like a cartoon. It was like no one like Jerry, this reverse centaur. It's just like this horse head and naked guys just like waving at him. It's like- Okay.
Oh gosh.
You now have a sort of area that is now yours.
Yay.
You control this space. This space is yours because it's being defended by crazy people wielding their own arms and also crazy people wielding a stick with a face on it.
Yeah.
I'm an intimidating figure.
So I
You-
think
yeah,
we
well-
might want to stow the carpet back in the bag if they keep trying to grab it. So the light up
Everything
carpet goes in the
control.
bag.
The moment that sort of the standoff is sort of you start sort of seeing like a bunch of them sort of like a bunch of them sort of murmuring to each other like those are mortals. They're living people.
Oh hi!
What are they
We're on a quest of destiny. It's like it's total mythology going on right here.
Yeah, we just
Look at
needed to
them,
pop
they're
in
so-
real quick. Like, we'll be 2 minutes.
They're
Like,
so
we just got like a
lively.
We just got like a bottle of Pepsi. We got like a full shopping cart. Like we just gotta quickly tap and go. We'll be done. Like you want.
Is there like a 7-Eleven somewhere around here?
You see one of them sort of like if they had lips and a tongue, the equivalent of
I shoot
licking
that
their
one in the
lips.
face.
Hey, good.
Mortals are not for
Roll the
eating.
hit.
I rolled a 30.
Got him.
Okay, basically, this one here is just like looking at you with such intent, and then he's not because his head is 30 foot that way, and his body is still just like
If you're all going to
patting
start being
the
weird,
stump
have-
where
And
his
then,
head
like,
was.
I array Roderick around. Go, anybody else get any funny ideas? You could join Headless over there.
I'd like to send a thunderclap just directly upwards, just to try and punctuate that point.
You had plenty of time to eat living flesh in the real world. Now we're in the afterlife. Fucking deal with it.
Here we
And
eat your flesh.
one hand of the crowd sort of shoots up. I was like, I really miss doing that.
We'll get used to it.
Well, after this, we're going to go back up there and eat some more meat. We'll eat meat for you.
You're gonna miss it even more when your skull's on the other side of the fucking underworld.
That headless body just sort of shuffles around 180 and starts to like maneuver itself like awkwardly through the crowd as it's searching for its own head.
It's a very comical scene.
Someone help them.
Well, go on then.
Marcus
someone
is just sort of like talking over his shoulder at you, Leland. Is like, what's the plan now?
We take
We didn't think that far ahead. Marcus,
We're on land.
Marcus, spoiler
That's-
alert, you fucked up by joining. You fucked up, mate.
The ferry house is just there, but if we try and cut this line, we're gonna get torn asunder.
I just want to have a chat to the fairy guy.
They are rats and pigs and dogs, but there's a lot of them. I can't
Alright,
take them
we
all
get
out.
it. Settle down.
Turns out he's a real shit person. You found the shitty one.
it works.
Can we just like push him into the river? Because I don't like this guy. Well, I kind of do. But I kind of don't at the same time.
Glitter, he's us.
That's why I don't like him. Never like reflections.
And this particular reflection is not even that good to look at.
No. He's all bony.
But those cheekbones, though.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
true.
What do you do?
Is the ferry? My brain's dying. The ferryman is he beyond the wave now, heading towards us?
Well, at the moment now, your vision of where he would be is blocked by the ferry house, the ticket desk, the various number, the gift shop. I guess I'm sure there's a gift shop. Why not?
Do you want to just
Ooh,
fly
no,
above
there's
him
not
and
a
just see
gift
if we
shop.
can like talk to him?
Sorry.
I'm talking to the security. You want to just fly above and see if we can get like a temporary visa?
You can try and fly back up again, but you have to pull the cover back out again.
Could we land on the actual ferry house?
Hold on a second. Hey, Poppet.
Hi.
You could maybe we could collaborate on some kind of inspirational tale for these lost souls. You got some kind of bardy shit you could pull on these guys, try and win them over to our side.
I mean, if you like 3 of them.
Think bigger.
There's
think
a lot
bigger.
more than
think
3.
Like we're going to inspire these dead people. Look.
Like we are.
I can inspire
We're
3
Queen,
of them.
We're reunited. We're going to do a tour. This is like
Listen,
this is our Wembley Stadium.
listen, everybody. Just if I could get your attention, you may have noticed the 3 of us are living souls, sort of entering into the afterlife. I don't know.
And there's like a murmur starts rising on us.
How far
It's
are
true,
we
they really
from
are
the
alive.
ticket house?
I could hear the hearts.
Now we're on some mythology kick right now. We're in a saving
so
the world sort of situation.
pink.
If you guys would like sort of let us get to the ferryman, like we're like this is like epic poem sort of business we're doing here. Like if you want a story to sort of take into your afterlife and sort of you're not going to have much more experiences. Like you guys are dead. You're not going to have much more to sort of keep you warm in your afterlife, sort of telling stories and stuff. Like you could bear witness to this latest installment of like this epic poem unfolding in the mortal world. Like I think you guys should let us through and sort of like have this as a story to tell your, I guess, ancestors. You wouldn't be telling your kids, you'd be telling your ancestors.
And look, I guess if you don't let us through, your ancestors will be coming down here very shortly. So you know what? If you don't want your loved ones up there and your children and your friends to come and join you down here in this
I was hoping for
place.
some bardic inspiration-y sort of backup for this and like a big persuade roll.
While you're sort of at the peak of this thing, this rallying cry that you're doing here, Leland. There is another sort of flash on the horizon, and you see this time here you can sort of actually see a little bit more clearly because you're sort of at the threshold, at the sort of the precipice. You can't see the source of the explosion, but you can definitely see what is scattering out of it, and that is a good many souls that each hit the cloud cover above, and just you see like a little lit up section as they pass through, and which then sort of just like fades back down to this dull illumination.
See that? The very fabric of the afterlife is starting to unravel, and we're here to, I don't know, I guess try and stop that. You know, this is some of that. This is some of that classic, like you know, God striking deals with the underworld sort of. That's a common thing in mythologies. You guys got to know this.
We're here to preserve your eternal rest.
Yeah. So like maybe if you guys could just like make a space for us. Sort of. We got to talk to the ferryman.
How far out are we from the ferry house?
Like feet away from.
Excellent.
Like you landed down pretty
Do you
close
want a
to
persuasion roll for all this?
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
Roll a natural.
I got a 19.
Okay. The pathway between you and the ferry house was just sort of a mass of bodies, and it's sort of giving you a good sort of 5-foot clearance around but other than that, are very densely packed. The pathway between this sort of no man's land and the ferry house starts to sort of separate slightly, like opening the pathway up for you.
Okay, the moment there is a slightest bit of separation, I'm going to take on my Mantle of Inspiration, which gives me plus the creatures equal to my thing, so 3 more people, 5 hit points, and they can move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Boom! Boom, 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 boom!
There we go.
Bard shit! This is what I'm talking
And
about.
I go all Mantle of Inspiration cool looking, because I'm here to save your
Da-da-dum.
eternal whatever.
See
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
the loot.
And then we push.
Rapidly heading into
So,
some
myself,
mariachi stuff.
choose a number of creatures I can see with my thing up to my... Well, there's 3 of us, and I get to pick 3, so it's us. Bye,
Bye,
Marcus.
Pick 3
It's
random
been real.
spells.
Random guy who owned up to cannibalism earlier.
You know, not the cannibalism?
Well, the ones with asking to eat, basically wanted to eat flesh, and and you're like, well, you wouldn't have done that when you're alive, and one guy's like, I would. Okay, so the 3 of you have inspiring mantles upon you.
And we can immediately move up to our speed as using our reaction without provoking opportunity attacks. And there is a sliver of a gap to that fairy house and push.
Okay,
And
as you guys move, like
magical.
Marcus is sort of you like move past Marcus, and he's giving you the sort of look of like, where are you going? Why? Don't leave me with this this.
Later, skater.
Hey, you wouldn't come to Tartarus with us.
Hey, Marcus, you probably had your death coming. Let's go, bye.
He already got
And
his
as you
death.
guys move away, like the gap closes in around him, and
Look, we
you-
brought him all the way up
for
to
a
the
brief
river.
For a little while there, he manages to hold his own. Like you see the occasional sort of head just like just like lobbed out of the space, and a
Sorry,
shattered
I'm not a
form,
very good bard yet.
But soon enough, he is like
He
Enveloped,
died like
and
he
then-
lived in the afterlife.
In a pile of skeletons.
it's basically getting torn apart.
Getting fucked over by mortals.
I liked Marcus.
And at one point, his head is just like thrown up into the crowd.
pass it
and
here,
you
pass it
see
here.
him as like, "No, get your hands off me, you filth!"
Can you pass
This
me
is
that?
and this is sort of like getting like bounced further and further away from you.
I
You
wanted
can't
that.
get it.
Should have
Okay.
stayed in the bag, Marcus.
Saving your eternal
You are
rest. Yeah, that chest.
Essentially the ticket desk
See,
at
please.
the pier. There's not like an actual booth or anything like that. There is simply a rope, one of the rope cords
Yeah.
blocked off, and a small wooden like a wooden box with a coin slot in the top of it. So it just says "fair,"
Fair.
Yeah.
It is
as
fair.
in FARE.
Fair.
Yes. Fair.
Fair.
Do we put coins in? Just put coins in, right?
Well, we have those funerary coins that...
I was gonna say, let's use those coins.
I pull on the rope.
It's not like a hanging rope. It's basically it's slung between 2 posts. It's
Yeah.
like the rope at the line at a
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm with you now.
yeah.
With the
Like
Like a
bounce.
velvet rope at a nightclub, and there would normally be a bouncer there being a dick to you because
Not in those shoes, matey.
19-year-old.
That's my bouncer voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Or just doing the 1,000-mile stares over your shoulder, just basically looking real fucking intimidating. But yeah. Yeah, you got the velvet rope there, essentially. Donation box, and beyond that, you can see the pier extending outwards. At the end of the pier, there's like a gondola sort of boat with a ferryman with a long.
What up?
That sounds
Yes.
like ours.
Let's play. Is it like a coin each? 2 coins each? Like, what's the ticket price?
Put 1 coin in, see what happens.
It just says a coin. It just says fair on
I think it's 2
the
coins.
on the box.
I think we put 2 coins in.
Well, put 1 coin in first, see what happens, and then...
What happens?
What happens? One coin goes in.
Absolutely nothing.
Second coin goes in.
The rope for you,
Yep.
Poppet,
Yep.
just sort of fades out of
I
existence.
walk through.
For the other two of you, who are sort of watching this, that rope is still
Yep.
there.
I'm with him.
And
I'm with him.
I left,
Both coins,
I
both
left
coins.
my bag
And-
inside.
And Poppet is just sort of
I just popped out for a smoke.
he sort of shimmers out of existence, and then you see him sort of pop into existence on the far side of the rope. But it's sort of he's got this wavy heat haze aspect.
I hold up
about
2
him.
fingers. You need two.
All right, I put.
You can see him sort of see like the blurry shape of his hand sort of going up, but you can't sort of make out too much of
Well, I
what.
assumed it was 2, so I'll plunk in 2 and.
Well, you would have seen me put one weight,
Yeah.
then put the second.
And I will also, I will
I do
also
the
do
thing.
the thing. Oh, fallen into my
Afterlife is
trap,
easy,
I
guys.
see.
There's more like I was expecting at least one of you to
Like
do
try and
something
steal coins
dumb.
out of the box.
Ryan, we just
That
climbed
was an
down
op-
a volcano into the underworld.
Just get a
not
knife
dumb
and
enough
try
to
to be
look-
like.
Or like attach a string to your single coin, and like yeah.
I thought about it.
Like there was a good number of things where you guys would try and make a fucking mockery of
I
the
briefly
situation.
thought about it, but then I was like, there's like a billion undead souls that could just like completely kill us. This is also,
Trying to.
there is.
Not everything's a fucking joke, Ryan. It doesn't have to be all like ha ha fart.
This is the underworld,
Sometimes,
Ryan. Have a little bit of
sometimes there's
respect.
some reverence for the situation and the scope of the thing.
Yeah, respect the dead.
We're about to
Yeah,
meet
it's gonna be
Charon.
wild. I'm fucking excited. Are we gonna?
Okay,
Is
all
it the
three
hard
of you
K? Is it the...
all three of you are sort of side by side at the land end of this pier. Ahead of you, there the ferry is pulled
Hey,
up
look
at
at
the
us.
at the edge of the pier.
See?
The waters are just sort of slowly drifting from the right to the left. The ferryman is pointing the boat upwards into the river, but he is just sort of got the pole sort of sitting in a basically a perfectly upright situation, holding the boat steady, but with his head sort of turned to look at you. But all you can sort of just see is just a dark shadow where his face would be.
Hey, while we're waiting here, I want to get like a flask out of my bag, and I want to mage hand the flask and just sort of like get some of this water and then tightly put the lid back on and then put that in my bag. Yeah,
All
all
with
with
the
the
mage hand?
I'm not touching the water.
Okay, you have a sample of the water
Just,
from the river
look,
Styx.
it might come in handy later. What's the oof
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
I played a video game one time, and you had to get like
It seems
you
like
had
a good
you had to
choice.
get a teacup of the river Styx water. It was a thing that you had. It was in a King's Quest game.
I was about to say it was coming up
Yeah,
like
it's a
like
King's
one of the
Quest
quest games.
Yeah, it's funny how those
it-
things come up. Like one time I gave those fake creatures all of my blood.
Not all of your blood. You gave him like 4 fucking drops. You psychopath. You have more than that in you.
add to my equipment flask of river Styx water.
Of murky river Styx water. Of untreated river Styx water. Of sorry. Raw.
I mean, I could
River
boil
Styx
it.
water.
I could boil it.
It's a couple of chlorine
How do I
tablets. You'll be
add?
alright.
How do I add equipment?
You can put it in your notes and stuff if you want to,
Notes.
because it's not. Okay. We will end this scene for tonight with
Standing on
the
docks.
ferryman sort of beckoning you forwards with a single curled finger emerging from his robe sleeve and just like giving the beckoning motion.
I run
As
blindly.
you three are sort of... Oh my god. You are way too eager to run to your own demise.
I'm excited. I like.
I mean,
birds.
what? And as he's sort of beckoning towards you, his form is sort of illuminated from behind by yet another flash from the distant building. This time you can actually make it out quite clearly. There is a large fortress buttress style building in the far distance that almost blinding flash of light has illuminated every doorway, every window.
Could you describe it as a
and-
spire?
How spire?
No,
How
I would
spiry
not.
is it?
I would not describe it. I would not describe it as a spire
Continue.
in any
Okay,
form. It
continue.
is more of an expansive foundation with some taller parts to it. But there was nothing about it.
It's
I
more
would
an
call
Azkaban type
spire-esque.
situation.
It's a very, very Azkaban style type situation.
Okay.
I saw Goda's eyes roll in so hard there.
I didn't say nothing.
But yeah, with that, we will end for
We
tonight.
made
Yay.
it! We made it, guys!
We actually did make
Gonna
it.
make it after all.
I mean,
Into the underworld.
whether this was a good idea to
You-
do this is, like... It's definitely not.
It's worked. We've had pure success so far
But
this
it's
whole
very-
way. Like, this is all
it's
turning
very
out.
interesting. You have to admit, it's not the smartest plan, but it's a very interesting plan.
Thank you for listening to Heimdall's Watch. If you have any questions, or, if you need us to, pick you up from the airport to help you move, you can contact us on email at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com. Or contact us at Isolated City Gaming on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or YouTube. And, or if you just want to talk,